And welcome to Carlsbad for Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. Good evening. I'm Dawn Morgan. Happy to be here. It is your last regular season game for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, and we are here at the Cave, home of the Cave girls. And Lady Eagles want to finish out this season strong. They want to stay perfect in district. Right now, your Lady Eagles are coming in at 22-3 overall, 5-0 in District 4-5A. They are the district champions. And even if they were to lose this game tonight, that would not change. They would be the district champions. Nobody can match their record. They are 5-0. Carlsbad is number 2 in District 4-5A with a record of 3-2. Their losses have come from Hobbs and Roswell. Hobbs beat them the first time around 58-22 at Tasker Arena on February 9th. And then Carlsbad lost to Roswell High as well. But they're coming off a win over Roswell High. Their last game that they played, they beat them 42-35. So that gives them a 3-2 record. So they will stay. There's no way that the district rankings will change. But the third and fourth, certainly will, because Hobbs and Carlsbad are playing each other, the 1 and 2 teams in district. And tonight it's Clovis and Roswell playing each other. They both have 1 and 4 records. So somebody's record is going to get better there tonight. And whoever that is will be seated third in the district tournament, and the loser will be seated fourth. And they will play each other again coming up this next week. Hobbs, as district champion, will waltz right into the district championship game, which I understand the information coming through Hobbs Athletic Director Brenda Wilson will be next Saturday night. And that will be March 2nd at Tasker Arena at 7 p.m. So that's the information we have right now. So we know that tonight Hobbs plays, and then they will have a week off. They will play next Saturday. They actually have a little more than a week off, Saturday for the district championship. So they come in as the number 1 team in New Mexico 5A. Now Max Preps and the coaches agree on that, as they have a 22-3 record. And now that's the same overall record that the number 2 and 3 teams have. Farmington is ranked number 2 in 5A statewide. Sandia is ranked 3rd. But all 3 of the teams have a 22-3 record. So it's interesting. Hobbs' only losses this year have come to a Lubbock team, their very first game. And then their only New Mexico losses have been to Farmington and to Sandia, which is ranked 3. And by the way, Volcano Vista is ranked number 4 in 5A. And I think they're a little more distant. They have like a 19-4 record, I think, at this point going into the game tonight. So Hobbs just wants to come into this one. They want to win this game. They want to play their best. They want to stay healthy. They want to just stay sharp. They can't afford a flat quarter or a bad half. What they want to do is come in and be consistent and play the game that they know that they're capable of playing against Carlsbad and meet the challenge. Carlsbad does challenge them more than the other teams in this district. So Carlsbad comes in with nothing to lose. Even if they won this game, it would not change the fact that they would be number 2 in district and be ranked 2nd in district. But what it would do would give them a boost of confidence, and they would like nothing more than to knock off the Hobbs girls just because they're in a position to do that. Now, that means a dangerous team, a team that can just forget about everything else and just play the hardest and just try to knock off the other team with nothing to lose. Well, that's a dangerous team. So that's the biggest reason why Hobbs needs to look at that. They have had no trouble beating Carlsbad, before this season, but you have to stay intense. You have to stay focused, and if you want to, you only have this game, and then you go right to the district championship. So you've got to play your best with your opportunities with an opponent on the floor, not a practice team, when you can get it and take it. So that's what game plan for Hobbs is. Of course, is always going to be in and try to dominate the game, set the pace, and dominate the possession. Be aggressive on defense, take the ball away, force turnovers, make points off those turnovers. They can't afford to come out and be cold shooting, flat shooting. They really need to get their inside game going strong, their perimeter game hot, where it has been the last several games. I tell you what, you've got so many girls who pop threes. It's incredible. Madison Zepeda has had a three. I believe Oleana Armitage has had a three this season. Mojica has just been in fuego the last few games, like 5 threes in the last game. Bryn Hargrove is another hot three-point shooter for Hobbs. Kendall Cunningham will just tee off on a three and sometimes make it. Of course, she's incredible on the boards and scores points, from under the basket, posting up and in that low post position. But man, she's capable of everything. Jayla David has been just trying to get healthy again, completely come back and get really strong for district in the playoffs, and she's amazing on the boards, a great player, very talented, just an all-around good athlete. Also, you've got great help from the bench. Caitlin Manise pops threes like crazy and had a couple in the last game. You've got really great developing players coming in, getting great time on JV, such as Kylie Cano, as you've got Nevaeh Navarro, Lana Bolton, Katie Godwin, and they have been coming in and seeing significant minutes off the bench for Hobbs in the varsity games. And really, you can watch the development, and it's terrific to see their confidence growing and the team, getting used to playing with the varsity girls and coming in and getting that dynamic going. So they're ready to step in there, and it's great. Hobbs girls are deep, and that helps if somebody's having a less than a great night, a stellar night, even a couple somebody's maybe not having a stellar night. You've got other girls who can and do step up, and that's what's great to see. You've got terrific under Coach Joey Carpenter, more than 500 wins, for his career coaching, and that's awesome. And the Hobbs girls with more than 200 wins under his head coaching with the program as well. So it's been a stellar season for the Hobbs girls, really great, and they just need to keep it going. They want to keep it going. They want to come in and just fire on all pistons. Everybody play up to their potential tonight. Just really stay sharp, be sharp, and build that confidence going toward that district championship game next Saturday. From there, that's the launch pad for the playoffs. And that after that game, it will be a one and move on game. It'll be a do or die play-in game to the state tournament that you must win or go home. And it doesn't matter that an unbeaten team can go into that game, and if they're defeated, their season's over. So Hobbs has got to really get off the launch pad strong, and it really starts tonight, continues next Saturday, and they want to have that chance at having a strong performance and get into the state tournament again. They are the defending 5A champions, and with good reason. So it's always a pleasure to be able to watch them, to call the games. My honor and pleasure, and I don't take it for granted. It's terrific, and Hobbs always travels well. A lot of parents, are here tonight. The Hobbs section, the home section is strong. They're traveling. They're the home section tonight. They're the guest section, but they're our home because our Hobbs girls, we carry our home wherever we go. That's it. So we are looking forward to seeing this one tip off here in less than 4 minutes. So we'll take a break. I'm sure the girls are going to be coming in just a few minutes and doing the national anthem, and then we'll have the introduction of players and get everything going. I think I will run down the rosters for you real quick, because I like to introduce every player on the rosters, not just the starters. I think that's important. Some girls don't ever get off the bench. Some girls, and especially with a big roster like Carlsbad. But I think it's important. They've earned their place on the team. They've had good support, from somewhere, usually from family, from parents, and they, no matter if they don't see any minutes at all in a game or whether they play almost every minute, everybody deserves that recognition. So Carlsbad. Number 0 is Kendra Ortega. Number 1, Cameron Zumbrin. Number 2, Mia Payanis. Number 3, Hayden Brose. 12 is Abby Dugan. 14 is Serena Carrasco. 21 is Macy Garcia. 22 is Talia Payanis. 23 is Faith Klusner. 30 is Corinne Bradford. 32 is Tanisha Green. 33 is Samantha Oliver. 50 is Jasmine Gonzalez. 52 is Rebecca Brown, and they are under head coach Matt Inlow. So that's your Carlsbad Cave Girls lineup. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles, number 4 is Madison Zepeda. 10 is Kylie Cano. 12 is Oleana Armitage. 14 is Brett Clay. 15 is Nakaya Mojica. 20 is Bryn Hargrove. 22 is Kendall Cunningham. 23 is Jayla David. 24 is Carolina Size, and she's also capable of popping three-pointers. 30 is Nevaeh Navarro, and who has joined the team, this year. And 30, moved up into, varsity role this year. 33 is Caitlin Manise. 34, Alana Bolton. 55, Katie Godwin. And, of course, your head coach is Joe Carpenter. All right, so we're going to take a break now and come back and get this one tipped off. This is going to be a battle tonight. Again, Carlsbad can just, no pressure on them. Carefree, just come in and play their hearts out and try to knock off the Hobbs girls, and the Hobbs girls are going to have to just try to prevent that from happening, play their game, and if they do that, they won't have any trouble. But you got to watch out. Zumbrun Carlsbad has some talented athletes, and Zumbrun comes in, can run the ball and shoot. Abby Dugan really is their leading scorer, and she runs the point, and she is a very talented player as well. You've got Tanisha Green, Samantha Oliver, Jasmine Gonzalez, who they like to put in the low post position. She's got a lot of muscle and presence in the paint. And then Rebecca Brown as well. So Carlsbad's got some taller, bigger players, and they can also fight for the boards. So it's going to be important for Hobbs to do rebounding, to do offensive rebounding, and to get their perimeter game going tonight, heat that up, and stay strong in the middle, up the middle, run downhill, as they say right now. That's a trendy thing in basketball and play-by-play and in coaching as well. Talking about you want a downhill game, you want to go downhill. So we want it to, and of course the Hobbs girls are capable of going downhill really quickly. They play a fast, exciting brand of basketball. Always fun to watch. So we'll watch it. Let's take a break and be back in about probably 3 or 4 minutes, time enough to do the national anthem and introduction of players. So we'll be back with your Hobbs girls basketball as we say thank you to Tiff Stuber and to Juan Arona in studio engineering and producing this evening. So we'll get it to them to acknowledge our sponsors, and then back here to the Hobbs Carlsbad girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to the Cave in Carlsbad. I'm Dawn Morgan with Hobbs Girls Basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. We have had our national anthem introduction of the Hobbs girls, and they're finishing up the introduction of the Cave girls right now. So we're about to get this one tipped off. Your starters for Carlsbad will be number 1, Zumbrun, number 12, Dugan, 14, Carrasco. Let's see, Gonzalez, I believe it was Corinne Bradford too. I was talking and I didn't look up and see, but I think it's Bradford and Gonzalez, or Green and Gonzalez. For Hobbs, your starters are number 14, Clay, 15, Mojica, 20, Hargrove, 22, Cunningham, 23, David, and we're ready to get this one underway. Friday night basketball, last regular season game. You can see Carlsbad is really pumped up about this game, and Hobbs just needs to be really, really confident and just, stay excited and pumped, but within control, ready to dominate this game and to deal with any surprises that Carlsbad might try to throw at them. So Cunningham and Carrasco will be in the center for the tip-off. And, oh no, Jayla David was in the center, I think, and it goes to Hobbs. Hargrove's got it, back to Clay on the right wing, and into Cunningham. Then a pass to Jayla David. She moves through some nice moves into the hoop. Jayla David with the first 2 points. She's looking good tonight for sure. She's just been working on getting really healthy and back to 100% after dealing with injury and sickness. So Hobbs is off 2-0 here. Carlsbad still in the backcourt. They may be in danger of not getting it up in time. And the ball is bounced off the referee. I think that counts as a not. Well, okay. They're going to say, I guess it bounced off of Hobbs, and then the ref. It'll stay Carlsbad basketball. And here they are in the backcourt again. Dugan's got it, running the point, getting worked on by Clay, trying to get across the timeline, and does. Dugan. They pass it into the left. Gonzalez back out to Zumbrun. Zumbrun around to Dugan. Dugan drives in, pulls up, gets Gonzalez free. Now she drives across the baseline, pulls out. She didn't get completely across the baseline. She just went in and then pulled back out. So no lane violation at all. Carlsbad just going to be patient and pass it around the arc. Hobbs doing a good job of guarding. Their defense strong. Dugan, no room. As Hargrove knocks the ball away from Dugan, and Clay takes it and then runs it up and in. So 2 points for Clay off of this steal by Hargrove. And now Carlsbad with the ball. Dugan runs a point. Trying to break the Hobbs girls press, gets down into the lane, loses the handle on the ball, but Carlsbad manages to corral it. And I think that was number 30. I think that was Bradford who saved her. Got it back to Dugan, who scored 2 points. So it is 4-2 now. Hobbs with the ball. David in the paint. A turnaround jumper. Beautiful. Played it off the backboard for 2 more points. She's got 4 in the game. 6-2 now, with just under 6 left in this first quarter. Dugan with the ball off of the pass, gets it over to the right corner. Bradford kicks it out to Zumbrun. Zumbrun near midcourt. Back to Dugan off the right wing, getting guarded loosely by Cunningham. Dugan's just going to take her time, call for some O. And Cunningham trying to take the ball away from her, almost does. Dugan has to dump it off, get it to Zumbrun, and now to Bradford, top of the arc, getting guarded by David. Now over on the right wing. Good defense by Mojica as well. Into Gonzalez. Gonzalez with Clay all over her. Now they get it to Dugan, and Dugan tries to pop a 3 from the right wing, and it won't fall. And Hargrove has the rebound. So give it back to the Hobbs girls. I'm going to try to, I'm doing camera and score bug, and I'm going to keep track of points for sure, and if I can, rebounds. But I'm going to just mainly concentrate on points for both teams. As Hobbs passes around the outside of the arc, almost lost into the Carlsbad bench. Hargrove and David and Clay corral that. Passing in, they find Clay. Clay drives the lane, puts up a shot. It will not fall, and Carlsbad with the rebound. I think Gonzalez actually got that and gave it to Dugan. So no points off of that possession for Hobbs. Carlsbad's got it in the corner. Dugan, a bounce pass to Jasmine Gonzalez in the right corner. Back to Dugan. Great defense by Hobbs, pressing them back outside of the arc. So Carlsbad just going to run it, try to pass around. Zumbrin in the right corner now. Getting guarded by Hargrove. Over to Dugan. Dugan moves over around the arc outside to the left. Trying to pass it, running out of room. Finally finds Carrasco. Now Carrasco going to travel all the way around to the right side. And now they pass it into, that's what they were working on, was trying to get Gonzalez free and work her into the low post and pass the ball into her. They do that, and then Gonzalez gets fouled. So that's the first foul on Hobbs. It's going to be on Bryn Hargrove. And it's going to put Gonzalez at the line to shoot. In the blocks for Hobbs to rebound, Cunningham and Clay. And that goes in. So Carlsbad now 3 points. Hobbs still doubling them up 6-3 here in the first quarter. 3:45 left. Hobbs with the ball. They pass it into Cunningham. Cunningham puts up a little jumper. It won't fall. There's a fight for the rebound, and Gonzalez has it, her second. Hobbs can't afford to leave too many points out there because Carlsbad's capable of picking them up. They're good on the boards, as I said. And Hobbs, if they're not going to shoot well, they're going to have to try to get offensive rebounds. Or what they prefer doing a lot of times is just to shake the ball loose and steal it away and try to get points off the turnovers. Carlsbad still outside the arc. They're going to be patient. They're going to work it, try to find somebody, if it's Gonzalez or not, work him into the post. Dugan pulls up short and tries to put a floater in, and it will not fall. And that's going to be Sice in the game now for Hobbs with the rebound. Oh, and a little shot. It's a turnover by Hobbs. There's no points there. Carlsbad still working around the arc. Sorry about that. I was trying to solve some technical issues. A shot up, no good. And Size, I believe, has the rebound. It's her second. Hobbs brings it down. Cunningham in the paint, takes it up and in. Her first 2 points of the game. And likely to be more for her. Makes it 8-3. Carlsbad finally with the ball. Dugan's going to run the point. Cannot. She tried a fast break to get down underneath the basket, and Hobbs really quick on the transition there into defense, keeping her from doing that. Dugan up to Carrasco, and now to Green in the game for Carlsbad. Back to Carrasco. Oh, and it's tipped away and taken away by Nakayo Mojica, who takes it up and tries to put it in. It won't fall, but Hargrove with the rebound and the putback, and she does make it in. Carlsbad with a quick turnaround there as well. Getting it down, trying to beat the Hobbs press, and trying to get it up and in was Gonzalez, and she got fouled. And I believe they're calling that on Cunningham. Yes, they do. That's her first foul, second team foul on Hobbs. So Gonzalez at the line. That one rattles in. As before that, she was 1 for 2. Now she's 2 for 3 at the line. And let's see, we have a sub coming in. I think that's Garcia coming in and Bradford coming out for Carlsbad. Hobbs has Manice, Armitage, Zepeda, Size in the game. And that one up and good as well. So your score is 10-5. I've adjusted the score bug. It got hung up just a little bit there. Sometimes it just doesn't want to take input, data input. But it's good. It's good. 10-5 your score. Hobbs leading with the ball down in their end. They pass it, get it to Clay. Clay pulls up, tries a jumper, it won't fall, and Zumbrin is going to have the rebound. That's her first. They get it to Green. Green getting worked on by Cepeda. Cepeda sends it over to Armitage. Cepeda's getting worked on by And working on defense hard. Armitage is too. Carlsbad passing in, trying to get somebody in the lane underneath the basket, and it goes out, but it'll stay Carlsbad ball, and Dugan will inbound right to the left of the Hobbs basket, or right to the left of the Carlsbad basket. And they do get it in. A shot is up, no good. It's an air ball, fight for the rebound, and actually I think that was Manise who came away with it and passed it to Size. Size back to Manise to Cepeda in the right corner. Oh, a pass by her is picked off. That's another turnover for Hobbs. Got to watch that, Carlsbad. Again, they don't have anything to lose. They can just try their best to turn the ball over, do some pickpocketing. And they are slowing the pace of the game down, though, because they get it, and Hobbs is keeping them out of the paint. And they're going to have a timeout. Nope, they're going to have a foul. And let's see who they call that on. 26 seconds. That was a fast-moving first quarter. Very fast-moving. So they're going to call that on 52. Brown, her first foul. That is only the first team foul against Carlsbad. It's on the floor. So Hobbs will have the ball. Cepeda inbounds to Armitage. Armitage will run the point. Back to Cepeda on the left side. Cepeda back to Armitage on the right. Pass into Clay. Clay is the only starter that's out on the floor with the other four right now. Armitage looking for room, drives in, has to kick it out. Cepeda thinks about the three, gets it into Clay. Clay driving in, muscles in the lane. Oh, she turns around trying to get it. Oh, to Mojica, I think. Oh, and wow. Carlsbad with a final shot at the buzzer does not go in. It is close, but does not go in. So at the end of one, it says a fast-moving but low-scoring first quarter. Your score is 10-5. Hobbs is in the lead. We'll be back with the second quarter of Hobbs girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. At the end of the first quarter, Hobbs leading 10-5. A very fast-paced but slow-scoring game so far. Slow scoring and low scoring, both. But Hobbs leading, and Carlsbad will have the ball to start the second quarter. Dugan will inbound at midcourt, get it to Zumbrun. Zumbrun getting worked on by Armitage. Passes to Dugan. Dugan getting worked on by Clay. Passes over to Gonzalez in the left wing, and then back to Zumbrun in the lane. She puts up a shot. It does not fall, and Clay with the rebound. She passes. She comes all the way down, gets it to the left corner into Hargrove. Hargrove put up a shot. It won't fall, and I think it was either Mojica or Clay with the rebound. And then Hargrove off of the pass gets it up and in, so it is now 12-5. Carlsbad with the ball, and a steal and take away. Beautiful work, Jayla David. Nice work there. Hobbs girls, great teamwork. Oh, and Jayla David, wow, she really is on fire tonight as well. That's her 6th point in the game. A beautiful turnaround jumper that found the bottom of the net, no problem. Give it back to Carlsbad. It's 14-5 now. Carlsbad trying to beat the Hobbs press and pass the ball down, but, you know, they know what they want to do. The execution just hasn't been there 100%, but, you know, they've got the right idea. They were trying to find Gonzalez, and just not quite ready for the pass. So Hobbs with the ball. Mojica's got it on the left wing into Armitage. Armitage into Clay, drives the lane, kicks it out to Hargrove. She's going to drive in, pull up with a beautiful jumper. And I hope my camera work actually caught that, but she got it in. So Hargrove, I believe, was 6 points in the game. I think I have missed writing down 2 of our points, so I'll have to figure out which girl has those points. 16-5 now. 6 minutes, 6:15 left to play in the second. With Dugan controlling the ball, top of the arc, gets it to Zumbert on the right side. Oh, and coming in with a steal is Clay, and beautiful work. She takes it up and in. Clay with a nice steal and 2 more points, and the Hobbs girls quickly stretch this out in the start of this second quarter, and Carlsbad wants a timeout to talk about it, so we'll take it. And we're just going to keep it right here. We'll just keep it right here and let you know that, yeah, so far I've got Brett Clay with 4 points, Hargrove with 6, Cunningham with 2, Jayla David with 6, and great rebounding so far with Clay, Hargrove, Mojica, Cunningham, David, and Size. Good job on the boards, on the floor. Hobbs really is just taking care of business, you know. Nothing showy, nothing flashy, just taking care of business, doing what they do. Aggressive on defense, turning over the ball, taking shots. We haven't had a lot of three-point activity, but we're early on. And out of the timeout, here we go. Carlsbad to inbound. Oh, and almost immediately trying to take it away is Cunningham. She gets a hand on it. Nice, clean tie ball. And the arrow goes the way of Hobbs. So Mojica is going to come and inbound. And apologies, but you can see it's really difficult. Okay, I can tilt the camera and get most of the action here. It's Hobbs with the ball. Get Cunningham, no room in the paint, so she kicks it out to Hargrove. Hargrove gets it to Armitage. Armitage drives in the lane, gets tripped up. There's no whistle. No whistle. In fact, the ball goes over. Dugan had it for Carlsbad and handed it off to Gonzalez. Okay. I think some people probably expected maybe a whistle out of that, but you move on. It didn't happen, and no foul. And Carlsbad with the ball. Dugan driving in the lane, trying to put up a little right hook. And it doesn't go in, but she gets fouled. I think Mojica fouled her on the way up. So that's her first foul, and it'll send Dugan to the line. Dugan doesn't miss much. Hobbs did a good job in when they beat Carlsbad before, they did a good job of containing Dugan, because she is a good player for Carlsbad, and she's very, very consistent at the free throw line, and their ball handler and shooter as well. So now she's got 2 more points in the game and makes it 18-7. Hobbs with the ball. Hargrove trying to put up a 3 from the left corner, and she does. Nice one as she pops the tray. Wow, she's already makes it 21-7. Oh, and a takeaway as Mojica's got it. Great defense by Mojica, Hargrove, Clay. I mean, they're all doing a great job. Forced the turnover, got the basket, and gets fouled. So she'll have a chance at 3 points the old-fashioned way, as they call that on Carrasco, her first foul. That's going to be the first team foul on Carlsbad in the second quarter, as lots of fresh legs come in for Carlsbad. I see Brown in. Let's see. This is Brose is in. Mojica gets a chance at free throw. It doesn't go in, but Cunningham gets the rebound and passes it back out. Mojica stops at the top of the arc, puts it in. Yes, it hits the front, the back, and rolls in. So she gets 2 points instead of 1. Even though she didn't make the free throw, she got points and made more for Hobbs, as it's now 25-7. Carlsbad with the ball. They're into of the gym. They pass it in. They find Brown up in the lane, and oh, bad foul, because the ball was already up, and it's tough to not want to reach up and try to block the ball and block the shot, though. And Cunningham is so good for Hobbs there in the low post position. She cleans off the boards a lot, but she also blocks some shots. But this time she gets caught and gets a foul called on her. Or no, it was Hargrove who gets the foul called on her. But Cunningham was right there in the lane, ready to try to get an offensive rebound out of that. Instead, it becomes a point for Brown, makes it 25-8 as she eyes it, skies the second one, and nothing but net on that one. So she makes it 9 points for Carlsbad. 25-9, 4:30 left to play in the second. Hobbs with the ball. Zapata in the game for Hobbs now. as Coach Carpenter's been substituting, getting fresh legs in for Hobbs quite a bit in this first half, pretty consistently, I mean, pretty quickly. Hobbs moving around the outside of the arc, finally to Size. Size drives in, nice muscle as she just confidently goes in to the paint, drives up from the left, and gets her first 2 points of the game. Makes it 27-9. Carlsbad still, in their end, getting trapped up, and then Hobbs takes the ball away, and Mojica tries to put up a shot. It doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on Hobbs. I think they're going to call a push foul. Is it going to be on Manice? Yes, it is. So it's her first foul, third team foul for Hobbs in this quarter. Carlsbad will inbound right below where our media table is. Oh, and they're a big pass trying to beat the press, and it falls short, and Cepeda steals it instead, gives it to Manice, and Manice trying to pop the three, does not fall, and goes to Dugan. That's her second rebound. Oh, so Hobbs with a chance there, and a look. Didn't capitalize on that, but they have there's a lot of basketball left and many more shots to take and make. Dugan's going to drive in, put up a shot. It does not work, and Cepeda gets a rebound. Zepeda's going to bring it down, kick it to Manice on the right wing, and then into Size. Size in the right corner, pulls out, gets it to Manice. Manice to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Size. Beautiful give and go. Cunningham with the assist. Size with the 2 points. She's got 4 in the game now. And makes it 29-9. 20-point lead for Hobbs. 2:55 left in the second quarter. Tanisha Green with the ball. Gets it to number 3, Bros, who gets it to Carrasco. There's a shot up, no good. And Mojica, I believe, had the rebound. She brings it down. There's a pass in the lane. Size has got it to Manice. Manice trying to control it, gets tripped up, gets fouled. So Manice will go to the line. They call that on Tanisha Green. That's her first, second team foul on Carlsbad here in this quarter. And Manice up and no good. But she'll have another chance at it as Tanisha Green comes out and Gonzalez goes back in for Carlsbad. They've got Brown in the blocks and Carrasco. Ooh, that one, nice one by Manice. She took a deep breath and makes it 30-9. Now Carlsbad trying to inbound. They do. They find Garcia. Garcia getting trapped up, gets it to Dugan. Dugan's going to run the point. Work over on the left side. Oh, and stops and just takes a three-point shot from beyond the arc, and it's an air ball, goes out of bounds, so it'll be another turnover. Give it to Hobbs. Carlsbad's just trying to play catch-up, trying to take big bites out of the apple and try to get back. Well, Hobbs not letting them. Hobbs with the ball, bring it down, work it around outside the arc, bounce past Cunningham. Cunningham in the lane to Mojica, but she doesn't have any room, so she has to pass it out, looking for Cepeda, and it goes out of bounds. So a rare turnover for Hobbs. As you've got a combination of starters and bench players in right now for Hobbs. Oh, and a nice, almost steal by Cepeda. Gets stolen right back. Gonzalez with the ball. Or actually, I think that's Bradford. Shot up by Carlsbad. No good. Fight for the rebound. Cunningham has it. Her third. She's going to bring it all the way down. Pass it off. And then they get it to Size. Size trying to find the three-point range. Does not fall. And Hobbs no offensive rebound there. Instead, it goes to Carlsbad. Dugan will have it. Yep, and I think they're going to call a push foul on Manice. I thought they were going to call a travel because she pulled up kind of short. She didn't move her foot, though. She just kind of pulled up short. And when she did, it's kind of like when you're in the jet and you hit the brakes and whoever's on your tail flies by. And that's what Dugan did. And she just stopped short, and Manice kept moving and ran into her. So Manice with a foul, her second on her. But it's on the floor. Carlsbad keeps it. Dugan still got it. Now being worked on by Armitage. Armitage gives it off to Bros. Bros passes to Gonzalez. Back out to Dugan. trying to find somebody open, either on the perimeter or work somebody into the low post. But Hobbs is doing a good job of keeping him from being able to do that, at least right now. Dugan drives in, pulls back out. Gets it to Garcia, back to Dugan. Bounce pass over to Bros. Hobbs, very aggressive defense here with less than 40, about 40 seconds left. And a pass in the lane. They were trying to find Gonzalez in the low post, and Clay just said, nope, I think I'll just take that, pick that one off, and take it all the way down. Gets in the lane, turns around, going to pass that to David. And David getting pursued, stumbles just a bit. And the ball goes over to Carlsbad. No harm, no foul. 30-9, Hobbs with a 21-point lead as we head into half in 32.7 seconds. With Dugan and Bros coming out for Carlsbad now. And I think Zumbrun went back in. The pass comes in, it goes to Clay. Clay puts up a shot, won't fall. And Jayla David with the rebound. And a putback does not fall. Fight for the rebound. It's tipped out by Carlsbad, so it'll stay Hobbs' ball. Cepeda gets it into Clay, to Armitage, back to Clay. Clay kicks it out to Hargrove, back to Armitage, now to Cepeda. Cepeda into David. David into Clay. She drives the lane, puts it up, won't fall. Ooh, Jayla David right there. The putback doesn't fall. Then Clay gets the rebound. 3 looks at the basket. Clay's third one, the third effort there by Clay goes in, and she gets fouled. So give David another rebound. Clay 2 more rebounds. Clay gets fouled by Garcia. And up and good. So 33-9 now with just 11.4 seconds to play. Carlsbad getting trapped up in the backcourt. I think they're going to call Cepeda for the, yeah. Yep, they do. They call Cepeda for the foul. Just good, you know, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. And when you are so tight on defense and aggressive on defense like Hobbs is, you're going to get called for some fouls. Now you don't want to overdo that. Be too aggressive and start fouling out. But that's fouls like that are going to happen. When you're 23 points ahead, it's not nearly as costly or painful. But there's a shot up and good by Gonzalez. And the second one no good. So 33-10 your score. Hobbs with the ball. Armitage brings it down. Tries to put up a shot from the left side. Doesn't make it, but she does get fouled. So she will go to the line. So I think Armitage's first trip to the line tonight. She doesn't have any points in the game yet, but she's been in playing a lot of minutes. Aggressive defense. She has helped force some turnovers. And at the line, up and good. Nothing but net. So she is in the books now and makes it 34-10 with 0.9 seconds left to play in this second quarter. Hobbs firmly in control of this one against Carlsbad. Oh, second one no good. Fight for the rebound, and the buzzer sounds. So at halftime, your score is 34-10. Hobbs leading, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with your halftime report here from the Cave in Carlsbad. It's Hobbs girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. And welcome back to the Cave in Carlsbad for Hobbs girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. At halftime, your score is 34-10. Hobbs leading, and your first, they led at the end of the first quarter, and I believe that, I didn't write the score down at the end of the first, but Hobbs was leading. It was kind of a low-scoring first quarter, but Hobbs did lead at the end of the first, and now they have a 24-point lead at halftime. Here is the scoring for your Carlsbad girls, and again, I'm worrying more about points. I know I don't have all the rebounds written down, especially for Carlsbad. Points-wise, I've got Dugan with 4 points, a couple of rebounds. I've also got Gonzalez with 4 points and a couple of rebounds. I've got Brown with 2 points, and that's it. So, because Carlsbad has 10 points, so 4 from Dubik and 4 from Gonzalez and 2 from Brown, and the 2 from Brown with the free throw line. Hobbs' leading scorer right now is, I believe it's Bryn Hargrove with 9 points, a couple of rebounds and a steal as well. Then you have Clay with 8 points, 3 rebounds, a steal. You've got Jayla David. I've got her with 7 points, 2 rebounds. You've got Sice with 4 points and a couple of rebounds. Also, I've got Armitage with 1 point from the free throw line. Mojica with 2 points, a rebound and a steal. Cunningham with 2 points, 4 rebounds, an assist. And Jayla David, I said 7 points, 2 rebounds. Size with 4 points. And Manice with a point and a rebound as well. So that is the scoring. That adds up to the 34 for Hobbs. And Hobbs out-rebounding Roswell, outscoring Roswell. More turnovers at Roswell, Carlsbad. More turnovers for Carlsbad. Hobbs. The only thing Hobbs has done a good job when they haven't come up with a basket. They have been in position to give themselves 2, 3, a couple of times even 4 looks at the basket. And a couple of those times they came away without making a basket. And they haven't always made points off of their turnovers, but they have enough times to call that successful for them. The score could be more. They have left some points out on the floor, at the free throw line and on the floor, but they haven't been to the line very much. I tell you, the only people doing free throw shooting for Hobbs tonight so far, it's Armitage, and she's 1 for 1. Mojica is 0 for 1. Let's see, and who else? Jayla David, let's see, you've got Manice with 1 for 2 at the line. So Hobbs also not doing a great deal of fouling. Zepeda's got a foul on her. Mojica 1 foul. Hargrove has a couple of fouls on her. Cunningham with a foul, and Manice with a foul. So nobody really in trouble right now. They can continue to be as aggressive as they want to be and need to be in this second half. And Hobbs really switching things up. Coach left his starters in for a pretty good amount of time in that first quarter before sending in subs, about half of that, but has been subbing pretty frequently, just subbing and getting different girls in on the bench, off of the bench, usually leaving in 1 starter or 2 starters when he does that, and mixing it up and letting the girls come off the bench and get good minutes and play in different formulations on the floor, different configurations, I should say, different combinations. And so that everybody kind of has a chance to contribute and to get used to playing in different configurations on the board. But your starters should be back to start the second half, which is almost about to get underway, just here in less than 30 seconds. Your starters should be back out: Clay, Mojica, Hargrove, Cunningham, and David. Your starters for Carlsbad: Zumbrun, Dugan, Carrasco, Bradford, and Gonzalez. So we're just about ready to get this second half underway. About 10 seconds until we tip things off here at the Cave. And, of course, this game is meaningless in terms of changing any of the seedings. Hobbs has already clinched the district championship, but they want to stay perfect and go 6-0 in district with a victory here, set themselves up for the district championship. Well, a quick basket as Dugan inbound, sent it down, and Bradford got it up and in for her first points in the game. I see what Carlsbad's going to want to. They are coming out and picking up the pace. I think they're going to move the ball a little faster, maybe, and try to beat the Hobbs press. Crisp, sharp passing. Hobbs took it down, and a chance to score, but did not make it. Ball coming back the other way for Carlsbad. Dugan running the point, getting worked on by Clay. Leaves it for Bradford. A pass into Dugan. A little spin move in the lane. Now she kicks it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, no room. Good guarding by Cunningham. Kicks it out to Zumbrun. Back to Dugan. Dugan into Gonzalez in the corner. Yep, Gonzalez drives across, trying to muscle into the paint. No room. Cunningham, good guarding there. Then out to Zumbrun, who takes a three-point shot. It does not fall, and I believe it's David with the rebound. Gets it to Hargrove. Hargrove moves across, gets it to Clay. Clay from the left corner, pops the tray, nothing but net, and that's her first three-pointer, but now she has, 11 points in the game. Now back to Dugan. 37-12 is your score in the third quarter. Gonzalez with a three-point attempt. I think Cunningham got a hand on it and knocked it away. Gave it to Mojica. Mojica brings down the rebound. A nice give and go in the lane to David. So an assist by Mojica. Beautiful play. Very unselfish basketball. Dugan running the point for Carlsbad, coming the other way. Getting worked on by Clay. Gets it to Bradford. Bradford moves in, sees an opening in the lane, but then kicks it out. Gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez popping the three from the right wing. So she's got 7 points in the game. Makes it 37-15, or 39-15 rather. Hobbs passing in, Mojica in the lane, but there was no room, so she gets it out to Hargrove. Hargrove from the right corner. She pops the tray. That's her third three-pointer of the game with a nice assist from Mojica. Or rather Clay, I think. Clay. Coming back the other way. Carlsbad across the timeline. Get it Gonzalez on the right side to Zumbrun. Now to Dugan in the left corner. She works it around. Zumbrun thinks about the three. Passes off to Carrasco. Back to Zumbrun. Zumbrun over to Bradford. Bradford now into the lane, but no room. Good job guarding the paint, guarding the lane by Hobbs. Carlsbad moving it quickly now around the outside of the arc. And Dugan drives across the baseline, and almost stealing that was Jayla David. Carlsbad gets it back. Now working it around the arc. David having a good game. Looking like she's moving much better, feeling better. And Carlsbad. Bad pass goes out of bounds. There's a turnover. Hobbs an opportunity to take this and increase their lead 42-15. Mojica with the ball. Over to David. David, top of the arc. Pass into Clay is interrupted. Dugan steals it. Now she's going to bring it down all the way, coast to coast. Tries to put it up and in. She's going to get fouled. She was in an late eagle sandwich right between Cunningham. Oh, and it went out of bounds. Okay, I thought they were going to call the foul. But it's right here underneath. It's very, very hard to see. Hard to follow the camera too as well. So give it to Hobbs. As Bradford with a foul. Hobbs looking, passing it around. Carlsbad being a little more aggressive. 42-15 is your score. 4:16. We're almost halfway through your third quarter again, and a very fast-paced, fast-moving one. As Carlsbad picking up the pace just a little bit. And Hobbs always ready to fly at the speed of sound. Armitage with the ball in the game now. Gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham gives it to Clay, or David. No, it was Clay. Clay, a point-blank look, does not fall, and it's going to be Carlsbad with the rebound. Green in the game. Gets it over to Brown, and they kick it out outside the arc. Try it again. Green works around, pulls out, gets it to Dugan. Dugan from the right corner puts up a floater, up and in. She's got 2 more points. Hargrove with the ball. Across the timeline, left side, bounce pass to Cunningham at the top of the arc. She thinks, why not? We'll take a shot. Oh, in and out. But Clay with the rebound. Oh, and they're going to get Clay for the charge. Nope. Yep, they do. They get Clay for the charge instead of the block foul. Got to be a little bit careful. So give it over to Carlsbad. 42-17 is your score. So catch the score bug up with the Carlsbad's last basket. Green with the ball. Top of the arc. Passes it over. And I think that's number 5. I don't have a 5 on the scoreboard, on the roster. As Carlsbad with the ball in the right corner loses the handle on it. Great defensive pressure by Hobbs, forcing another turnover. Hobbs with the ball. They're into their end of the court. Mojica with the layup. Nice shot. 44-17 now. Armitage tried to steal it away from Dugan. And to Brown in the left corner. A three-pointer up. No good. Armitage with the rebound. She's going to pull up. Green working on her. Pass it off to Mojica. Mojica over to Hargrove in the left corner. Bounce pass to Cunningham. Back to Hargrove. Hargrove takes a three-point look. Won't fall. Clay with the rebound. And then Clay gets fouled, I believe. Or did she just step out? I think she just stepped out. So turnover for Hobbs. They inbound. Armitage with it. To Hargrove. To Cunningham, top of the arc. Into Clay. Drives the lane. Oh, loses it. Tynesha Green right there with a steal. Carlsbad can be larcenous. To Dugan. Dugan works the point, but Hobbs really on her tight. So they pass around instead. They get it to Brown, top of the arc. Then to Green. Green tries to pop a three. It will not fall. Brown with a rebound. Then it pops straight up, and Garcia's got it. And then Hobbs takes it away. As Clay's got it, she takes it coast to coast, up and in, and draws the foul. Yes. And who are they going to call? It's Clay. Able to put the basket in, 46-17. And is going to get fouled on 52. That's her second foul. First team foul against Carlsbad here in this second half. As Brown is going to come out, and I believe Gonzalez went in. So Clay will be at the line to shoot two. Let's see. It's her first time at the line tonight. And up and oh, it spins out. Fight for the rebound. Green's going to get it. For Carlsbad. She's just going to bring it coast to coast and look to drive in. Cunningham keeps her out of the paint, so she passes it off. A shot up, no good, but Carlsbad with the rebound. I think that was Dugan. Dugan, a shot up, no good. Fight for it. Carlsbad still controlling it. Now Green tries to pop a three from outside the right wing. It won't fall. Loose ball controlled by Dugan. Dugan to Gonzalez. Gonzalez puts it up. No good. Cunningham with the rebound, and she's going to send it down to Size. Size behind the back pass to Cunningham. Up and in. Beautiful. Nice assist from Cunningham. Makes it 48-17. Dugan with the ball, running the point, brings it down. Passes off, gets it back. She's getting worked on hard by Size in the right corner, but she finds room in the lane, puts up the shot. Air ball. Clay comes down with it. Pass down to Mojica. Mojica drives in, puts it up and in from the right side. No, it won't go. Cunningham trying for the rebound. It won't go and gets fouled. Let's see who they call it on. She got tapped on the wrist. Going up, fighting for the ball. They do call that on Green. That's her second foul. Cunningham. Swish. She's got, I believe, 5 points in the game. And now 6. Beautiful. Very solid at the free throw line. Makes it 50-17. Hobbs clearly dominating this quarter as well. They came into it 34-10, and it's 50-17 right now. Carlsbad inbounds. Gonzalez passes, gets it back across the timeline, center court to Dugan. On the right wing, Zepeda on her, tight. She backs off, gets it to Green. Green looking for room, moves across. Nice bounce pass in to Garcia, then to Gonzalez on the left side. A shot up, no good, and David with the rebound. A pass in, shot up, rebound by Green. Dugan's got it. 1 second left, and a three-pointer attempt does not fall. So at the end of 3, your score is 50-17. Hobbs leading. We'll be back in 1 minute with more Hobbs girls basketball on Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5. So we'll take a break as I'm sorry about that, and that is my fault for not turning that up. And but you did have video during that whole time, and the final score is going to be 63-26 as it came down to a final shot at the buzzer. Mojica had the last shot, and 63-26 is going to be your score here. Your final. Hobbs girls go up 6-0 on district, 23-3 on the season. They are your District 4 5A champs, and it's likely that they will meet Carlsbad again for the district tournament championship on Saturday at Tasker Arena. That is going to be the next time that the Hobbs girls play, and Carlsbad will play on Thursday night, the winner of the Tuesday night game between Clovis and Roswell High. And then the winner of that Thursday night game will meet the Lady Eagles for the tournament championship Saturday night, 7 o'clock at Tasker Arena. That is my information right now, and I think that's good information about when the games will be. But that's the best that I know as of this point. I also know that your Lady Eagles won this one 63-26. Congratulations, Coach Carpenter, the Lady Eagles, and of course Carlsbad fighting. And they just may very well be back at Tasker Arena. Hi, yes, and I talked long enough that yes, I wasn't sure if you'd be able to be with us or not. I'm so glad that you did, Coach Joey Carpenter. I think I can get you on camera. If you take a seat. Perfect, perfect, Coach. Yeah, absolutely perfect. All right, well, congratulations, as of course favored to win this one coming into this, and you took care of business again. 63-26 final score. What'd you think about this game?
Well, I thought we did a good job of mixing up our defenses. We played man, we played a little bit of zone. We didn't let them get comfortable. We just wanted to make them uncomfortable as they could and hopefully turn them over. And we got some turnovers, and then we actually shared the ball well tonight.
Yeah, a lot of assists was really nice. I wrote some of them down, missed some of them, but you had, and I mentioned a couple of times, unselfish, ball playing tonight. A lot of help, a lot of passing, and assists and good stuff in and out. Not as many 3-point shots taken. You guys were really able to kind of penetrate the lane and take a lot of shots from inside tonight, and but still some good perimeter shooting. Of course, Manise and 2 from Hargrove, and some really good contributions again by so many girls tonight. Jayla David had a really great first half, especially. It looked like she was moving well and feeling well, and it's great. I think she ended up with the 9 or 10 points. I think I've got to do some math in there, but how did you? Other than that, how did you think? Did you see anything that you want to work on, or that you felt like you want to sharpen up?
Well, I think we were one-on-one inside a lot because they were so concerned with our shooters. So they were out on our shooters, so they were giving us the one-on-one inside, and they were giving us penetration and cutters inside. And we just need to do a little bit better job of finishing. I thought we didn't finish. I didn't think we made as many shots as we could have the first time. Right. It took us a couple shots. And so I think if we clean that up a little bit, we'll be in a good shape. But played a lot more man tonight. It's been a work in progress, but we're trying to improve our man defense and get it fine-tuned for state. That way we can throw either defense at you. That was the plan from the start of the season. We wanted to be a 50-50 team as much as we could. Right. So we're continuing to do that, and we're still a work in progress, but I'm pretty excited. Yeah, pretty good-looking transitions there from your zone to the man-to-man tonight. Pretty smooth, pretty good. As you said, I noticed that there were some points left out there but you had good offensive rebounding, giving yourselves some second, third, and fourth looks at the basket. But as you mentioned, just a few here and there. Not a lot of fouling tonight. Really by either team, not bad. Some good work at the line, especially Cunningham was real strong at the free throw line for you tonight. And it's likely that you're going to see this team again a week from tomorrow night, right? It's my information that the tournament championship will be on next Saturday, the March 2nd. Is that right? Saturday the 2nd? Yeah. Okay, Saturday at 7 at Tasker Arena. And, right now Carlsbad's ranked second, and Clovis and Roswell High will duke it out on Tuesday night to see who faces Carlsbad on Thursday. And then the winner of that game will be at Tasker Arena for the championship of the district tournament Saturday. What do you think? You think it's going to be probably Carlsbad again? Carlsbad or Clovis or Roswell. I don't know. They're all one of the three. Yeah, they're playing each other pretty tough, and they're all competitive teams, and so we'll see who comes out of that. You know, It could be Carlsbad. It could be very well.
Well, that would make 3 times in a season, playing. But it's going to be that way no matter who wins. You've played everybody twice in district. So now on to the district tournament, and then after that, you'll have another week before you play for the in that playoff, that do or die playoff. I don't know. How do you think about that when you play all season and then it comes down to one game you have to win to be able to go to a state tournament? Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's right? What do you think?
I mean, everyone's on the same playing field. My main thing is playing one game a week. Is it's hard to get in a rhythm, and we had a little rust tonight. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I didn't think we played our best either, and so we missed some easy shots that we usually don't, and so that's part of not playing enough, and so I would rather play every Tuesday and Friday if we could.
Yeah, it would. It would be nice to be able to do that. And a lot of people say, well, gosh, why can't you just pick up a game? Why can't you do that? There are NMAA rules that keep you from doing that, from just picking an opponent or being able to work an extra game in there. You can't do that.
No, they used to let you buy an extra game, but they don't do that anymore.
All right. Well, it was good to see. Always good to see the girls out and playing. Always a privilege to call the game and to watch. The exciting brand of Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball, and I hate having to wait a whole week to be able to see you again too.
Right.
So see you guys on the court. But next Saturday. For that playoff game as well, so maybe a couple more games at Tasker Arena before moving on to the state.
Heck yeah,
tournament.
that's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right, Coach, thank you so much for coming up. Any final thoughts or words? Anything you wanted I didn't ask you that you want to be sure and hit and talk about, or anything?
No, I just want to say thank you, Don, for covering us,
sure.
and hi, Mom, hi, Dad, hi, Jimmy Gyro,
hey,
son,
all right.
Allison.
Thank you,
Bye.
Coach. All right, good luck. We'll see you Saturday. All right, that's going to do it. Wrapping things up here at the Cave in Carlsbad. Good night. Thank you, Coach, and thank you to Tiff Stuber and to Juan Arona for engineering and producing. And I see that our tie line dropped, but hopefully we're on the phone back up, as the tie line has dropped just a couple of times tonight. So we'll see. We'll look and see and hopefully reconnect right here at the very, very end. But hopefully we haven't missed anything. And that's going to wrap it up. Another victory for the Hobbs girls, your District 4-5A regular season champions. And we'll have more Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball next Saturday. And next Saturday, depending if they have the boys game on Saturday as well as the girls, then we'll be back on Lee County News and Sports YouTube. If the boys are not playing on Saturday, then we'll be on Hobbs Sports YouTube. And, of course, tonight we're also on HobbsAmerica.com and Eagle 100.5. So thanks to Juan and Tiff back at the station. I'm Dawn Morgan. Any difficulties tonight and problems were my own. I will own those and say we'll do better on Saturday. But, just a couple of technical things tonight, but not too much to worry about. And a great job for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.